It was Joe's birthday recently and we had a huge garden party. And I can't host a party without first DIYing everything I can to make it look its best. So the next couple videos on this channel are going to be little DIYs I did for the party, from decorations to our very own party game. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of those. But first we'll start with some super simple decorations that cost under £5 to make. But they can make a really big impact and can fit whatever theme or colours you want. All you need to make these garlands is tissue paper. This is a pack of sheets in multiple colours, and some string or ribbon or anything similar. If your tissue paper has a shiny side and a rough side, make sure the rough side is on the outside so you can keep your shiny side nice and clean. Then, using a ruler, I used the width of the ruler as the width of the strips of the tissue paper. Using a pencil, mark out all the strips you can. If you're wondering, the width of my ruler was about 3 centimetres long. But you can make these strips as wide as you like. Then simply cut out each of the strips. If some of your cut lines get a little wonky, it's okay, as they'll be moving around once it's all together and no one will notice. I did this for all the colours of the tissue paper I wanted that matched my theme, and ended up with 5 colours. Now take your string. In one end, add a little loop to make the garlands easier to hang up later. Then measure about 30 centimetres from the loop, and this will be where your first tissue paper strip will be. Before I added the strips, I made sure all the strips were shiny side out. Position the tissue paper so the fold is in the middle of the string. Take some PVA glue and a small paintbrush and add a small amount of glue to the fold of the tissue paper. Position the string in the middle, then fold down the top of the paper, sandwiching the string in the middle. Press down lightly so the paper is nice and secure, and there we go. For the next piece, I left a 2 centimetre gap between the paper strips, and repeat this with all your colours. You do need to be gentle when applying the glue. As you can see, I ripped the paper here, but it was okay, as I just made sure the tear was below the string and it was all secured by the other side of the paper. I followed the same colour pattern all the way down, but you could have any colours or any patterns you like. With all the strips in place, I added the same 30 centimetre gap and a loop at the other end of the string, and it ended up being about 6 metres long. I did 2 lengths of garlands, so I had 12 metres. I definitely could have done more. They were so simple to make and could do all of this sat in front of the TV in the evening. I know I'll be making these a lot more often in so many different colour schemes for all our parties in the future. This is tissue paper, so still be careful when hanging it and storing it, but these garlands were put inside our marquee and they held up all day and overnight, and are still in perfect condition to be stored for our next party. There's going to be a slight theme throughout these videos in that we were so busy throughout the party, I didn't get any time to actually get any footage of these DIYs in the party setting. But we managed to get some photos from our guests so we can show you exactly what they looked like. But I can tell you everybody at the party loved all of these DIYs and we got so many compliments on them. So I would always recommend DIYing things like this for your next party to take it to the next level.
Happy birthday, dear Joe.